person that had batted, she was hit by a pitch. So we're going to start at the top of the third, runner on first. Okay, all right. All right, so no outs, hit by pitch person on first, 4-0.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All the action for the remainder of the day. You got Trey James here, and I just want to let you know that North Carolina and South Carolina are facing off at 10:30, I believe, is the start time. And we will pick it back up at the top of the third with North Carolina leading 4-0. And there will be a runner on first base because she was hit by a pitch before the game was called. So there will be a runner on first base. The score will be 4-0, top of the third, and they will play 7 innings. Quite a day yesterday. We had some really exciting action on the field. The Belles, ages 13 to 15, really showed a lot of ability and tenacity for the game, and I always enjoy that because if they're not having fun, then there really is no purpose in doing this. This is the reason why these kids should be doing this, is for the fun, for the camaraderie, for learning teamwork. Winning and losing is part of that, where you have to win gracefully and lose with dignity. Now the South Carolina team is starting to gather on the field. The coach for North Carolina, Dustin Moorhead, is out there testing the mound to make sure that he has all the concerns taken care of for the safety of the players. And I got to tell you, the crew, the field crew, the ground crew who took care of this field, this was a hot mess yesterday after it was over. And we have Robert Williamson right here by my side, and he's shaking his head, telling me he does not want any part of this. He just covered the Ponytails game just about a half hour ago. They wrapped that up. But anyway, the field crew had a tremendous amount of work to do to get this field back into shape. They poured a lot of material onto the field to soak up the water. Raked it, leveled it, got the boxes and lines laid out, and the umpire had a heck of a time trying to keep the home plate clean yesterday because every time he brushed off the dirt, it just turned the white plate brown. So it was it was quite an amusing event, but an effort in futility, as they would say. But anyway, we will be starting at the top of the third with North Carolina leading South Carolina 4-0. And a runner will be on first base due to a hit by pitch before the game was called due to rain. And literally, it was more than raining. It was a tremendous downpour, and everybody was ducking for cover. And we had to, as the JockJive sports crew, had to save all the equipment before it got damaged from all the water. Because as you know, electronics and water just do not mix. Well, we got the umpires meeting up with the coaches. And the head coach for South Carolina, Wade Cook, and head coach for North Carolina, Dustin Moorhead, are out there getting the explanations of what I just explained. And we will be starting in a few minutes. And if you have time, go grab something to drink, grab something to eat. We'll be starting here in about 5 minutes. And we'll go over the lineups here so we can catch up with everything about that. For North Carolina, they will be batting first. We have number 22, Addie Carpenter, who will be playing third. Number 4, Lily Johnson, will be in right field. The substitute, Maddie Perigo, who will actually be on base, is number 5. 00, Marissa Kaiser, the catcher, will be batting fourth. Batting fifth, number 11, Addie Moorhead, is the pitcher. Number 19, Zoe Culberson, is a substitute. Number 7 is batting seventh, Oakley Herring. She is the first baseman. Batting eighth, number 6, Avery Price, is in left field. Batting ninth, number 18, Blair Culberson, is playing shortstop. Batting 10th is number 10, Emmy Rushing. She will be in center field. Batting 11th, number 9, Bree Bates. She will be second base. And wrapping it up, batting 12th, number 3, Jalen Motley, who is a substitute. For the South Carolina team, batting first, number 7, Carolina Gainey is playing first. Batting second, number 3, her sister Kaylee Gainey is playing shortstop. Batting third, 00, Tori Smith is pitching. Batting fourth, number 30, Sarah Jennings is playing center field. Batting fifth, number 01 is Emmeline Cooper. She is in shortstop. Batting sixth, number 2, Jenna Cook. She is playing third base. Batting seventh, number 22, Emily Lampert is playing left field. Batting eighth, number 8, Chloe Skipper, who is the catcher. Batting ninth, number 44, Ellie Burdick, who's playing right field. Batting 10th, number 36, Emily Barnes is a substitute. Batting 11th, number 6, Bailey Lampert is a substitute. And batting 12th, rounding it out, is number 11, Kylie Thomas, who is also a substitute. The coaches, along with Wade Cook for South Carolina, is Trey Burdick and Nick Skipper. So as you can see, we're getting ready to play here. The sun is out, partly cloudy. They say there's a 30% chance of rain, and I just hope that the 30% is somewhere else in this county, not over Grayson P. Austin Field. So we just want everything to go quietly as far as the weather goes. As South Carolina takes the field, we look like we're going to get started. They're going to have a minute or two to kind of warm up and get their arms loosened up. And we just feel that they can take the time with this because we want them to be in their top form in order to play a good game. Well, while we're waiting, I can give you a little background on the World Series here. Now, in the Bell Division, we have 8 teams. One is from Bell, Virginia, which is in Amherst. The Bells in Virginia, from Amherst, Virginia. The Florida Bells are from West Pasco, Florida. The Prince George Bells, which is also from Virginia, they're in Prince George, Virginia. The Louisiana Bells is from Winsboro, Louisiana. South Carolina Bells is from, it looks like it's from Charlotte, South Carolina. And North Carolina Bells is from Bessemer City, North Carolina. The Alabama Bells are from Troy, Alabama. And the Tennessee Bells from Madison, South Tennessee. But as I said, right now we have the South Carolina Bells versus the North Carolina Bells. And the Bells basically is an age group, ages 13 to 15. And they probably played in the ponytail division, which is ages 11 and 12. So as they get older, they age out of one division into another. And as you can see, Maddie Perigo is heading over to first base right now. She will be standing on first because she was hit by a pitch yesterday, right in the helmet. I saw it and it wasn't really hard. I mean, it kind of dinked right off of the lip of the brim, so she was okay with that. And at bat will be 00 Kaiser, Marissa Kaiser. She's the catcher for North Carolina, and she had got a single yesterday. And there we go with the announcement. We are going to resume here. So we have Marissa Kaiser, Addie Moorhead, and Zoe Culberson leading the charge as the first 3 batters for this game. Okay, Kaiser steps in. She's already messing with the dirt, and she's looking to get the pitch from Tori Smith, who bounds it into the ground, and Parago goes off to second base on the play, on the pass ball. Okay, 1-0 to Marissa Kaiser. Comes in, fouled back. Count is 1-1. No outs here in the top of the third. And you can hear the North Carolina team cheering on their playmate at the plate. That's fouled back. Smith looks like she's got a little juice on the ball. Average speed for the Bell Leagues is anywhere between 40 and 60 miles an hour. And the windup and the pitch down low. Parago jumps off the second trying to draw a throw. 2-2 is the count. Kaiser back into the plate. 2-2 is the count. And the pitch. Kind of messed with her head. She slowed up the speed on that one, probably dropped it at about 35, 40 miles an hour, and she was expecting a fastball, so she strikes out. Addie Moorhead, the pitcher for the North Carolina Bells, comes to the plate, steps in, and is awaiting the pitch from Tori Smith. Smith looks in at the catcher and delivers. Nice, a little high. Ball one. Moorhead steps back into the box. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-1. Smith winds up and delivers. Moorhead pops it up over the left field side, out and almost goes into the other ball field that the later on in the day the games will be held on. Count is 1-2 on Moorhead. Tori Smith gets back on the rubber and delivers. Driven down third base at just a fair ball. There we go. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. There we go. We're now back. Sorry about that. The score is 5-0 right now. Moorhead had a line drive down the left third base side, and Parago came in to score. And Moorhead is on first base at this point. Count is 0-2 to Zoe Culberson. And she shoots one over to the second baseman and shortstop throws it to second baseman and then tries to make the double play, but first baseman first baseman Carolina Gainey, she has dropped the ball, so the double play did not hold. So Culberson is safe at first. Moorhead was out at second. The fielder's choice. And Chloe Skipper threw a ball down to try and get Culberson off the bag. So now we have Oakley Herring at the plate. And it's ball 2. 2 outs here, 5-0 North Carolina. Tori Smith winds and delivers. That's strike. Herring was caught looking on that one. All right, 2-1 to count. 2 outs. Tori delivers. Low, ball 3. Herring steps back into the box. That's strike 2, just on the inside, just made it. Skipper throws the ball down to first base to try to pick off Culberson. Herring jumps back into the box with a full count on her, 3-2, 2 outs, and she walks. Next up will be Avery Price. She is the left fielder. So we got 5-0 here in the top of the third, 2 outs, runners at first and second, and Avery Price is a left-handed batter. And fouls it back for strike 1. Tori Smith lines up and delivers a pitch. Fouls it off to the left. Count is 0-2 now to Avery Price. The runners go back to their respective bases at first and second. Smith delivers, and it's a dirt ball roll. Price is looking to get off on the, or I'm sorry, Moorhead is looking to go over to third, but Skipper, the catcher, is making her go back to second. Smith delivers, fouled back, hits the cage. And if you notice, this backstop is a half-moon cage where it's really close to the home plate. So if there's a foul ball, it stays right in the vicinity. And we're having a slight delay while Culberson runs over to the other side. Back to Price at the plate. Count is 1-2. Pitch is high. Skipper walks back the pitch or the ball to the pitcher as the runners go back to their bases. 2-2 is the count. And the pitch driven over to the second baseman, who throws it over to the first, and she is out. So that will end the inning. With the score 5-0, South Carolina will come to bat. And in the bottom of the third, we will see Lampert, Emily Lampert, Chloe Skipper, and Ellie Burdick come to the plate. While we're waiting for the North Carolina team to be set and ready in the field, a little bit more about the Dixie Softball World Series here. More than 600 softball players and coaches have traveled to Prince George County for the 2024 Dixie Softball World Series. And the division states from the 7 states that are attending had state championship. I'm sorry, from 10 states, not 7. I was thinking about the ponytails. The division state champions from 10 states are competing during a 2-week-long tournament, and it's bracketed. And each team is allowed 1 loss before elimination. If they lose 2 at any time during this tournament, they will be eliminated. And they take in consideration, say, what happens if all the teams have 1 loss? Well, they do take that thought in, and it says if after game 13, which is the second to final bracket, if there are 3 teams with 1 loss each, they will draw for the bye in game 14. And if 2 teams have played the most number of games, they will draw for the bye. Now, if all teams have played the same number of games, all will draw for the bye. Now, if 3 teams remain with 1 loss each, there will be 2 runner-ups in the tournament. Okay, looks like North Carolina is getting ready. Addie Moorhead is on the mound. And they're all going to gather. The infield's gathering in to have one last chat. And Emily Lampert waits patiently for the congregation to disperse. All right, bottom of the 3rd. North Carolina leading South Carolina 5-0. Emily Lampert is coming to the plate.
Number 22, E. Lambert.
All right. Addie Moorhead checks the little card on her wrist to decide how she wants to take care of Lambert. Throws a strike right in there. It's strike 1. And throws it again. Ball 1. Moorhead checks her list and delivers. And Lampert hits one over the second baseman's head in the right field, or short right field. She throws it to the shortstop at second base and is safe at first base with a single.
Now batting, number 8, Skipper.
Chloe Skipper comes to the plate. She is the catcher for the South Carolina team. She actually, and Lampert as well, they did not get the bat yesterday in yesterday's game. North Carolina pitching was keeping them down to where it was 3 per inning. There was a little high, ball 1. Count is 1-0 to Chloe Skipper. South Carolina is cheering on Chloe. She lays down a perfect bunt, and she is out at first. She performs a sacrifice bunt to perfection. So Lampert goes to second. Oh, wait a minute. No, they claimed that ball was foul. So she goes back to the plate. It's 1-1. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. They claimed that was a foul ball because the ball never left the box. So now the count is 2-1 to Chloe Skipper. And she fouls it off to the right. Hopefully nobody. Oh, makes it at the fence. Moorhead takes the out off the chain link fence that sits in front of South Carolina's dugout. So Chloe is out. And up the plate right now is Ellie Burdick, who plays right field, number 44. Count is 0-1. And that's a little high for ball one. Count is 1-1. That's ball two, a little high. Looks like Burdick is getting serenaded by her team. Swing and a miss. Count is 2-2 with one out here in the bottom of the third. Seems like the national anthem is being sung in the South Carolina border as Burdick is struck out. That's 2 outs now for South Carolina. Still have one person on base. Emily Lampert on first. Emily Barnes, one of the substitutes, is at the plate now. Count is 1-0. Pitch delivered is a swing and a miss. 1-1 to count. We got time. This player runs behind the umpire. That was Bailey Lampert running around. She's getting in the batter's circle, or the warm-up circle. Pitch is delivered, high for ball two. Two, 1 to count to Barnes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch fouled off to the cage. 2-2 the count now. Here's the pitch. Ball three, a little high. Full count to Emily Barnes. 3-2 with 2 outs to Barnes. Moorhead wants to end this inning here and now. Looks at her chart. Gets on the ground and delivers strike three, a swinging strikeout. That is out. Okay, at the end of 3 innings, North Carolina leading 5-0 over South Carolina. Oh, it's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got yours right there.
Is it on?
Yes. That was Yodi, one of the support staff here. He was making sure that I was taken care of with liquids and making sure that the internet is up and running, which, as my computer states, it is. So we're good. All right, so let's get back to making all the adjustments that are necessary, getting everything cleared, and there we go. So as you can see, we're in the top of the 4th, and the batters will be Blair Culberson, Emmy Rushing, and Bree Bates will be the first 3 batters. And Jalen Motley will be the 4th if that ability is come to fruition. South Carolina all get together in the infield. Everybody claims let's move this and get going and shut down North Carolina so we can get back out in the field, back out into the batter's box and score some runs.
Number 18, B. Culberson.
So Blair Culberson comes to the plate. She's batting left. Tori Smith throws the ball in. Ball one, low and outside. Culberson's in the box, awaiting delivery from Smith. Swing and a miss, strike one. Culberson's waiting the pitch from Smith. The ball was hit right to the third baseman, Addie Carpenter, and she catches it right on the fly for first out.
Coming up next, number 10, E. Rushing.
All right, next up is Rushing, Emmy Rushing. First is ball one. Let me get this fixed here. There we go. 1-0 is the count with one out. I do not have an assistant here to take care of all the computer work while I talk, so I'm trying to do both of them. And the ball literally hit the batter's cage and then flew out to the second baseman. So that was a hard hit ball. So the count is 1-1 right now to Rushing. There's a low, ball two. And the pitch driven to the shortstop, who then picks up the ball and throws it over to first base for the second out.
Now batting number 9.
So Blair Culberson was able to take that ball and throw it over to Oakley Herring over at first base for the second out. That brings up Bree Bates. Oh, and 1 the count to Bates. Bates is the second baseman for North Carolina. 1-1 the count. She drives the ball out to center field, which is caught by the center fielder, Sarah Jennings, and that makes quick work for North Carolina, for the South Carolina team. So they were very happy that occurred. So now they can concentrate on trying to get back into this game. Bailey Lampert will start off in the bottom of the fourth, followed by Kylie Thomas, and then followed up by Carolina Gainey. Okay, so we have Lambert, Thomas, and Gainey batting in the bottom of the fourth. As you can see in the screen, it's that's what the batter's cage looks like, the backstop. Like I said, it's a half moon, probably about 12 feet high at the highest point. And if a foul ball goes in any direction behind it, the ball stays within a grasp of the catcher's reach to be able to put it back into play if necessary. Say if a runner's at first and they want to go to second, pass ball, they don't have to go chase it down. It kind of stays within a small area. One of the downfalls I see is actually if the ball is hit and straight up and come right back down and hit either the players or the ump right in the head. Now, the players wear protective helmets. I don't see the umpire wearing a protective helmet, so I want to protect Blue as much as possible. I want to have him be able to call balls and strikes properly. If he gets dinged in the head, who knows what's going to happen. But you got to love the umps because they're doing their best trying to do this. They're only human. Everybody makes mistakes. So I'm going to stay on the side of the umps and make sure that they do a proper job. And the pitch comes in, and it's ball one. Bailey Lampert gets back in the box. Addie Moorhead delivers. And low and out inside. Ball two. Both teams are cheering on their sides. A lot of action going on in there. Strike one. Swinging miss. 2-1 the count, no outs. A lot of cheering going on. Oh, that's a foul ball. Something got broke. The cap came off the bat. We have defective equipment right now, only because of the severe force of the ball being struck by the bat. So that bat is being taken out. That bat is getting taken out of action and is being removed from even the dugout, so nobody can accidentally grab it and use it later. So the count is 2-2 with no outs to Lampert. Bailey Lampert gets a new bat. Moorhead is getting back on the rubber, and she's looking to make a delivery to her catcher, Marissa Kaiser. Strike three, swinging strike. So that is one out. All right, Kylie Thomas is coming, Kylie Thomas is coming to the plate with one out. Moorhead delivers. That's just slightly high, ball one. And the pitch, high, about the same spot as before. Seems that Addie Moorhead is not, she's playing first. Zoe Culberson is the pitcher. My apologies to the Culberson family. Zoe Culberson is pitching. That's strike one. I kept saying Moorhead, and she's the first baseman. She was listed as the pitcher here, but she is over at second base today, or first base today. Anyway, so Zoe Culberson is pitching. That's strike two. So it's 2-2 to count, one out. Like I said, we're all human. We all make mistakes. It's just kind of crazy since yesterday's rain out. They were supposed to have everybody in the same batting position and fielding position, but they must have made a change in the in-between innings last. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. So that's two strikeouts for Zoe Culberson. I didn't realize it was Culberson until she had turned around and I saw the number. So Moorhead is at first. Perigo is at second. Looks like Blair Culberson is over at short. And Addie Carpenter is at third. Zoe delivers. That's a ground ball picked by the third baseman and made a tremendous throw over to first base for the final out. That was a 5-3 put out. So as we go to the top of the 5th, we have North Carolina leading South Carolina 5-0.
At the end of the 4th inning, the visitors from North Carolina 5, home South Carolina 0.
Torrey Smith is still pitching for South Carolina, while Chloe Skipper is still the catcher. I'm just going to double check numbers here to see if anybody else had switched positions. Let's see, 22 is that's just number 2. That's Jenna Cook. She's third baseman. Number 3, Kaylee Gainey, is still at second. And Emmeline Cooper over at shortstop. Okay, Jalen Motley is up for North Carolina. She's one of the substitutes. Smith throws low and inside for ball 1. Smith delivers, a little high, ball 2. In the first game, Motley popped out to the shortstop at her last at bat. That was in the 2nd inning. And she pops up to the center fielder, who catches the ball. That was Sarah Jennings taking that. So now with 1 out in the top of the 5th, we have go to the Addie Carpenter, or Adie Carpenter will be, or Addie Carpenter, sorry. She is the third baseman for North Carolina. She fakes a bunt and waits delivery, and it's called strike 1. Addie steps back into the box. Torrey Smith is on the mound waiting to pitch. She looks like she's got the sign she wants and delivers. Addie Carpenter fouls over to the left side and goes into the fan area. Well, if somebody's okay, and they toss it back willingly. Nobody runs off with the balls here. They got to give them back. They are very limited in the amount of balls they have available to the play. 0-2 now the count. Carpenter holds off, and now it's ball 1. One and 2 the count, 1 out. And the pitch. She drives it down to the third baseman and throws it over to the first for an out. So that was Jenna Cook to Carolina Gainey. So that is now 2 outs.
That brings up the next batter, number 4, L. Johnson.
So nobody on, 2 outs, top of the 5th. So we have Lily Johnson here. She is the right fielder for North Carolina. The count is 0-1 to her. That's a little high. Count's now 1-1. I don't think the chants ever stop. They always keep going. A lot of energy in these girls. That's driving down foul. Foul down the first base line. And strike 2. Oh, don't believe that. Do not believe that scoreboard there. I accidentally hit it twice. So the count is 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Lily Johnson waits, and she smacks it up to the shortstop, who throws it over to the first for the 3rd and final out in the inning. That was a 6-3 put out if you're keeping score at home. And we are now going to the bottom of the 5th. The field seems to be reacting pretty well to the ball, or the ball seems to be reacting to the field, however we want to look at it. But because the ground crew did such a marvelous job trying to get this field in play, considering what it looked like not even 20 hours ago. It was around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and everything started opening up, and we just got deluged with gallons and gallons and gallons of water. It just came down in buckets. And like I said, we were scrambling on the JockJive end trying to keep all the equipment safe, because we're just underneath a 10 after behind the backstop. And like I said before, electronics and water just do not mix. So we have Kaiser behind the plate taking the pitches from a new pitcher. Let me see, here we go. As number 5, Maddie Perigo is now pitching. Let me see if I can get everybody else here who's playing. So Addie Carpenter still appears to be at third base. Number 18, Blair Culberson is still at short. We have Marissa Kaiser at second. Or I'm sorry, at first. And number 9, it could be 19 because I don't see the number 9. So Zoe Culberson is at second. Oh, wait a minute. No, number 9, Bree Bates. My apologies. Bree Bates seems to be at second base right now at this time. And Oakley Herring at first. So now we got everybody in place. Oakley Herring at first. Bree Bates at second. And Maddie Perigo is the pitcher now. So Kaylee Gainey, number 3, she is at the plate with 1-0 count to her. To have the energy of youth. That's ball 2. And the pitch is driven out to right field for the easy catch. 1 away. That was Lily Johnson in right field catching that.
Now batting 00, T. Smith.
All right, Tori Smith is at the plate now. She calls time, backs out of the box. No, it's pitcher versus pitcher right now. And she takes a strike. 0-1 the count with 1 out. That's bounced up to the plate, goes behind the catcher to the backstop. 2-1 or 1-1 to count. Tori steps out of the box and swings a couple times and steps back in. Perigo wipes off the ball and delivers. No pitch. Okay, the umpire is describing to the action of the pitcher to wait until the umpire is ready before she throws the ball. So that was a non-pitch. So the pitcher has to wait until the umpire is ready. Normally they make a cue where they're going to point at him and say, hey, go ahead and go. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Torrey steps out of the box, swings a couple times. And she drives a long ball to the left field, which is caught by Avery Price for the second out. So that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Some reason I got it listed as the top of the 5th. It is the bottom of, hold on for a second, let's go back to this. There we go, bottom of the 5th, there we go. So South Carolina is the home team, so they will get a shot in the bottom of the 7th if they so need it. That was a nice slow pitch called for strike 1. She took about half speed off of that. So we have Sarah Jennings here at the plate, batting left. Perigo had a pitch going really slow. Jennings pops out to the second baseman, Addie Carpenter, and that is it for the inning. So now we go to the top of the 6th. So here we are at the top of the 6th. North Carolina leading South Carolina 5-0. But the game is not over yet, so anything can happen in these games. I mean, somebody can put up a crooked number real fast. All right, so we're going to go to the top of the 6th here with Perigo, Kaiser, and Moorhead leading the charge.
Now batting number 5, M. Perigo.
Okay, we have Perigo up to bat. Number 5 drives one to left center, and it is caught by the center fielder of South Carolina, Sarah Jennings.
Now batting 00,
Marissa Kaiser is now at the plate. One out here in the top of the 6th. And the pitch is way high. Or as Bob used to say, just a bit high. Marissa steps back into the box. awaiting delivery. Low. And Emmeline Cooper has taken over pitching duties. And the pitch. Ball 3. Seems the skipper is having, the catcher is having a talk with the ump. 3-0's to count, and that's a walk. So Kaiser makes the first base on 4 pitches. With 1 out and 1 on here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, top of the 6th, I'm sorry, my apologies, top of the 6th. There's ball 1. Moorhead's back into the plate, and that pitch is high. Ball 2. Kaiser on first, Moorhead at the plate. 2-0 the count with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. A little bit of discussion between Moorhead and. Okay. Umpire just wants this game to get going. Oh, that's driven, but that's foul. If that got straightened out, that would have been a homer. Two and 1 the count. 1 out and the pitch. Ball 3 high. Moorhead's looking to her third base coach for some information. Umpire calls 3 and 1. Everybody's ready to go, and the pitch. And that is driven foul down the third base line. The third base coach tries to barehand it. I think his hands are hurting now. That was a hard hit ball. Probably came off the bat at about 80 miles an hour. 3 and 2 the count. That was low. So now we have 2 on with 1 out.
Now batting number 10, Zoe Culberson.
That would leave Zoe Culberson up to bat. So we have Kaiser on second, Moorhead on first, and both batters got on due to walks. So Zoe Culberson is up. That is low, and Culberson had to jump out of the way. And both runners advanced due to the pass ball. So the count is 1-0 to Culberson. She literally had to play hopscotch to get that to get out of the way of that pitch. And that ball is high. 2-0. 2-0 the count. 1 out. Culberson's back in the plate. And the pitch. And driven to center field for a base hit. They had to wait to see if it was going to get caught. And the ball was overthrown at third. So now the runner at third will be awarded home. That adds 2 runs to the score. So now it is 7-0.
Now batting number 7, C. Harry.
That's strike one. One out here in the top of the sixth. Count is 0-1 to Herring. Oakley Herring. That's ball one. So 1-1 with one out. And Culberson sitting over at third, waiting to see what will happen. And foul off to the right. Heads up, anybody. Oh, and it almost went into the trash can. That would have been a great basketball shot. Okay, 1-2 the count. The pitch is outside, evening up the count at 2-2. Herring waits and the delivery outside, and Culberson was thinking about coming home. But like I said, with this backstop being so close to the plate, there's really not too much of a chance of doing that. So 3-2 is the count now. And that ball is driven foul down the left. Culberson had to jump again. That's twice today she had to jump in this inning just to get away from a ball. One from her own teammate and the other from the other side from South Carolina. It seems like the ball is finding Culberson no matter what's going on. Three and two the count, and is now driven between the third baseman and shortstop, driving in Culberson. So Herring is now at first base. The score is 8-0. Still one out.
Now batting number 6, A. Rice.
So with one out, runner at first, 8-0, top of the sixth. And the ball is fouled off for strike one. All right, now the umpire is telling the pitcher it's okay to throw the ball. And it is fouled down the third baseline for strike two. Oh, and 2 the count with one out. Runner on first. And the pitch is delivered and caught. Oh, it's dropped. Dropped. So the second base is dropped by the shortstop, picked up by the second baseman, and then tags the second base to get Herring out. So Price is on first due to the fielder choice, but the shortstop went to go get the ball that was popped up to her. She landed on her stomach, kind of maybe knocked out some air and got some dirt. But yeah, she took a little bit of a beating, and that's why the ball popped out of her glove. But the second baseman for South Carolina, Kaylee Gainey, she was able to get over to get the ball and tag second base before Culberson reached. But Emmeline Cooper looked a little shaken up, but she's really dirty right now. So I don't know if she does her own laundry, but she's going to need some bleach on those pants. Okay, so we have Blair Culberson at the plate. Oh, just bounced off Culberson. Okay, hold on for a second. This is what happened. Culberson did not swing, but Price was at first base trying to get home. This is very strange. Price is on first. She was looking like she's going to go to second, but with Culberson at the plate, Chloe Skipper had the ball from the pitch. It was a ball one. Attempted to throw down to first base, to try and get Price picked off. But Culberson, still being in the batter's box, was in the way, and the ball bounced off her helmet before the ball could get out of the batter's box, so she was called out because of interference. You just don't see this every day. Okay, so now that we're going to the bottom of the 6th, clear everything there. Okay, so we're going to the bottom of the 6th. 8-0 North Carolina over South Carolina. And that was the craziest play. I don't even know how to say player interference, I guess, PI. She was trying to get, Skipper was trying to get Price out at first, threw down to first base, but the batter's helmet of Culberson was in the way, and it bounced right off her helmet, and she had this look of daze, like surprise, like what the heck just happened? But because she was still in the box, and she would have been still anyway because it was only ball 1. It was a 1-ball count. So she was standing in the box, not knowing that Skipper was going to throw down to first, and she should have ducked. I mean, that's what the play should have been. She should have ducked so she would allow Skipper to throw down unintruded or unimpeded. But the when it bounced off her helmet, the umpire called Culberson out for player interference.
Now batting 0-1, Cooper.
Okay, we got Emmeline Cooper at the plate. So we're on the bottom of the 6th, no outs, and the pitch driven back through the center to the shortstop, second baseman, and Cooper outruns that. So she is safe at first.
Now batting third baseman, number 2, Jenna Cook.
So with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th, we have Jenna Cook up to bat. She takes ball 1, steps out of the batter's box. And Maddie Perigo is pitching and delivers. Two-0 the count. And the pitch. Ball inside, low. 3-0. 3-0 is the count. The count, and the pitch hits the batter. Hits Cook. So that's hit by pitch. So that'll bring up Emily Lambert with runners at first and second. So Emily Lambert will be up to bat with 2 on and no outs.
Now batting number 22, Lambert.
So Lambert is waiting on word from the umpire to step in, and as she does, no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on. Ball's a little high, so 1-0 the count. That's strike one. 1-1 the count, 2 on. No outs. And the pitch. That's outside. 2-1. Lampert steps back in. And the pitch. Ball 3. That was just outside. 3-1 to Lampert. No outs, 2 on. I would imagine South Carolina at least wants to get one across the board, and she full swinging hit, but she is taking it. Oh, we got to run down at the home plate. Oh, that's out. There's just a lot going on here. Cooper was coming around third on the play, thinking that she could get past the catcher here for North Carolina. So this is how it works out. Lampert ends up at second. Cook ends up at third. Cooper is thrown out at the plate, so that'd be a 5-2 put out. And with 1 out. So I'm trying to get all this stuff straightened out here. So there we go. All right, so right now it's 1-0. Count is 1-0 to Skipper, Chloe Skipper. And that is low ball 2. So 2-0 the count, 2 on, second and third, 1 out. And South Carolina fans are chanting up now. They can feel something happening. That's inside, ball 3. And the pitch right down the pipe for strike 1. 3-1's the count. 1 out. And the pitch outside, but the umpire called it strike 2. I might be on a different angle. Somebody caught the corner of the plate. Full count, 1 out, second and third. And the ball is hit past the pitcher to the second base, or shortstop, who throws out Skipper at first, but a run does score. So Cooper scores on that fielder choice. And Lampert goes to third.
Coming to the plate, number 44.
So we have 2 outs. It's 8-1. Strike 1, says the ump. That's high, ball 1. Count is even at 1-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. North Carolina leading South Carolina 8-1. That is high and outside, ball 2. Burdick is waiting. That's strike 2. Ellie Burdick has 2-2 count on her, 2 outs. Pergo has the ball and throws. That's high, ball 3, full count. And the count, the ball is hit down first baseline. Moorhead picks up the ball and tags the base for the final out. So at the top of the 7th. Okay, we're going into the final inning. Unless South Carolina comes back and ties the score and sends it in the extra innings. But right now it's 8-1, North Carolina over South Carolina.
North Carolina 8, champions from South Carolina 1.
Okay, here we are on the top of the 7th with Rushing, Bates, and Motley being the first 3 batters. I'm looking to see who the pitcher is. 0-1 for South Carolina. That is Emily Cooper still. Not a problem. Just the water will be fine. That was one of the photographers for the event. She had asked if I could hold on to her bag here while she walked around and took photos. I immediately said, sure, for 10 grand. She looked at me like I was crazy, and well, she should. I told her she was more than welcome to put it there. She placed the bag next to the table and walked away. Happy camper. South Carolina is ready to go.
Now batting number 18.
We have Blair Culberson is starting because of what happened to follow the previous inning, because she was the one that was player interference. But why wouldn't she be still able to bat? I'm not sure about that. The rules must be different down here than professional. But all I know is that since she was the last batter to get interference, she got a chance to plate again and drives one over to the first baseman, and she is out 3 unassisted. That'll bring up Bree Bates. So we got 1 out here. Oh. That's strike 1 to Rushing. And that's driven foul, strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count to Rushing. And the pitch is low. 1-2. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Rushing steps back into the box and waits the pitch. Swing, and the ball gets by the catcher, and she has to throw it down to first base, who then first baseman misses the ball, and Rushing goes off to second base.
Now batting number 9, Bree Bates.
Bree Bates up to bat with a runner on second. Foul ball, strike 1. And foul balls down the left field side, left third base line. 0-2. So we have rushing at second after mishaps of the catcher and first baseman trying to get a swinging strikeout. Strike two, or ball one, I'm sorry. Count 1-2, 1 out. Oh, batter hit by pitch. Bates is off to first base. That'll bring up Jalen Motley.
Now batting number 3, Jay Motley.
And the pitch, high for ball one. Two on, 1 out. Count 1-0. A swinging strike. And the pitch, high for ball two. Cooper ready to pitch. Swinging strike. Strike two. 2-2 with 1 out to Motley. Ball three, that was a little high. Full count, 1 out, 2 on. And the pitch. Oh, caught looking.
Now back to the top of the lineup, number 22, Carpenter.
Carpenter at the plate, Carolina Carpenter. 2 outs. She lays down a perfect bunt, trying to get everything, and she beats it out. Bases loaded.
Bases loaded. Number 4,
Lily Johnson up to bat with bases loaded. 2 outs. Paul pass. Everybody gets back. And Skipper throws down the third. Safe. So we got rushing at third, Bates at second, Carpenter at first, and we got a 1-1 count. One and one with 2 outs. That ball was really high off for the batter, but she swung anyway and fouled it completely out of play. That was like a tomahawk swing. 1-2 the count. Swing, tip, the catcher catches it. That's it. So with the bases loaded, the South Carolina Belles were able to come out unscathed. With the score 8-1, heading to the bottom of the 7th. South Carolina's last chance. We have Barnes, Lambert, and Thomas coming to the plate in that order. Here we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. South Carolina's last chance. Down by 7. Going a phrase from famous announcer for the 1980 ice hockey team. Do you believe in miracles? It can happen every day. Nothing is impossible until it's done. All right, Barnes steps to the plate.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th, number 36, E. Barnes.
Pitch is low, ball 1. Herring still pitching now for North Carolina. Oh, I'm sorry, Herring taking over for Perigo. Ball 2, bounces up there. So Oakley Herring now is pitching. Moorhead's over at first. Perigo takes over second base. Carpenter's still at third. 3-0 the count. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we have Lambert up the bat. We had a bit of technical difficulties to get you caught up to what's going on here. Barnes is now on second. The pass ball was allowed her to get to there. It's 2-0 to Lambert. Swung, strike 1. Three and 1 the count. Swung and foul behind her. Makes a full count, 3-2. And the pitch, driven to left field. Looks like the left fielder will be able to catch it. That's Avery Price in left field. So that's 1 out.
Now batting number 11, K. Thomas.
So Kylie Thomas here at the plate. Low and inside, ball 1. That's hit by pitch.
Back to the top of the lineup.
So Thomas goes to first. Barnes remains at second. And Carolina Gainey is up to the plate. swung at that, fouled it off. Strike one. Still one out here in the bottom of the seventh. 0-1's the count to Gainey. And ball inside. 1-1 the count. Low ball two. Two and one with one out here in the bottom of the seventh. Flies out to, oh, it dropped by the center fielder. The runners had to wait. Everybody is safe. The ball was dropped in center field by Emmy Rushing. So still two out, oh, still one out here in the bottom of the seventh. So Gainey is on first. Thomas on second, Barnes on third, with one out for Kaylee Gainey, Carolina's sister, and she fouls one off to down the third baseline. Umpire calls time, trying to get situated. Fouled off, strike two. Full count, 0-2 the count. The base is loaded, 0-2 the count, one out. And the pitch, driven over to the shortstop, throws it over the first baseman, and a run scores. So that fielder's choice ended up with a run scoring.
0-0, T. Smith.
So if you're scoring, it's fielder's choice, 6-3. (8-2) is the score, two outs. Count is 1-0. 2 on. And the pitch. Ball low inside. 2-0. And the pitch is low. Ball 3. 3-0 the count with two outs, 2 on. Score is 8-2 in the bottom of the seventh. North Carolina leading South Carolina. And the pitch. And Smith takes a walk. That's loading the bases. We got Barnes on, Thomas on third, Gainey on second, and now Smith on first. Everybody gathers together at center field, or at the pitcher's mound. Coach probably went out there just to remind Zoe Culberson that we got a 6-run lead. We got 2 outs. Just concentrate on the batter. Let the fielders do their job, and let's go home. All right, so Jennings comes to the plate. Sarah Jennings. That's ball 1.
Now batting number 30, Sarah Jennings.
pitch. Called a strike. One and one to count with 2 outs. Driven down to first base. Moorhead has the ball, touches the bag, and that is the game. That is the final score. 8-2 final. Jennings grounds out to the first baseman, Moorhead. He's 3 unassisted. And all the players are now lining up to say good game. So North Carolina will remain undefeated. South Carolina is not out of the tournament yet. They still have a chance.
Congratulations, North Carolina. Managers, will you please come to the score table and sign your pitching affidavit?
So as the field grounds crew gets out there and fixes up the damage from the players today, they will level everything off, repaint everything, and get everything ready for the next game. Well, that's all here from Grayson P. Austin Field, Prince George County facilities. I'm Trey James for JockJive Sports. We hope you all enjoyed the viewing. Don't forget to join us within the next few minutes for the next game. I'm not sure who it is. Let me check the book here, see if they still have it listed. Because of yesterday's rain delay, everything was kind of mixed up. So let's see, since Alabama beat Louisiana yesterday and North Carolina beat South Carolina, it looks like Alabama will be playing North Carolina. And then also we have the other 4 teams. It was Florida, Virginia, Prince George, and Tennessee. I'm not sure on those. They were playing on the other field. But the winners from those 4 will be playing later today at 12. Now, I know it's already 11:54 now, so it'll probably be about 12:15. So join us here between 12 and 12:15. And there'll be links up and ready to go as soon as they are available. Thanks again. This is Trey James for JockJive. You all take care. Have a great day. God bless.
picture real quick? Can you get your picture? Just go stand on the mound and make sure you're comfortable.
Test. Good afternoon to the 2024 Dixie Belles World Series in Prince George, Virginia. I'd like to thank all the fans, players, and coaches for their participation this weekend. We'd like to announce the Dixie Softball Creed. Another game is about to begin. One team must lose, the other will win. So let's get started with this event. We will all play fair and give 100%. Let's play Dixie Softball.
Yes. Y'all doing the net, man. All right, because they don't hold both fields. Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be a national anthem and a prayer. And then, hey, Coach, just make sure every bat, regardless if it's being used or not.
Yeah, we got it. Okay. The ones that we're not using, they went out the dugout.
Okay. Now, hey, Coach, where did you stick them at?
What?
The bats that are not being used.
The ones that
Okay, just make sure.
yeah, they're not.
All right, because that's the issue we have had, and we had to let the plate umpire know. Had a situation where that went out, and you when he coach, so that's why any bat is not being used. It shouldn't be in here, but we always put it with them, and at the end of the game, they get it.
Oh, that's fine. Where do you want it?
Well, let me check with them.
You check with him.
You got them out.
They're out of the dugout right now, but you check with them, and wherever they need,
Because that'll keep
accommodate. Yeah,
that'll keep the manager out of
that's
trouble.
no problem.
All right.
No problem.
All right.
Hey, listen up, real quick. Everybody right here.
All right. We would like to announce both teams. Once your name is called, Prince George will start with you as the visiting team. If you could walk to your prospective line, foul line. We'll start with number 11, Caitlin Hacker. Number 67, Riley Hacker. Number 15, Kaylee Moody. Number 10, Casey Schultz. Number 7, Lexi Foster.